Reddit is a well-known place for the obscure, occult, and the forgotten. And I'm not just referring to neckbeards.
Please, wait.
Have you ever been engrossed in a world of fantasy? Be it a book, movie, or game, and just get lost thinking about magic? Why do we never hear about these fantastic incantations and enchantments? How could magic possibly be boiled down to card and rabbit tricks? I became obsessed with the magic processes our world all but forgot. Summoning rituals, arcane games, portals to unfathomable places in space and time.
Oh boy!
If you think it sounds like a bunch of hokey, then why don't you try it for yourself? Here's Reddit Rituals. What if you could use simple household items to form a bridge to another realm?
Really? Fun with someone cologne.
In 2018, Reddit user The Winter Chase made a post detailing how a bowl of water, a mirror, and some candles could do just that. Supposedly, Robert Grosseteste, an English bishop from the 1200s, recorded the practice in a document called De Luce se de Incentoin Formarum. Fuck me. The section describing the water portal, however, is lost. It's unsure if Grosseteste himself discovered the ritual, as he was a man of science and experimentation. Though, another user speculated this practice goes all the way back to ancient Mesopotamia. The purpose of this act is to see and touch places far removed from our reality. The location displayed in the still water within the bowl will always be random. It could be anything, from a warped version of the room you're in, to some pocket dimension full of hungry who knows whats. The locations are entirely unknown. For the ritual, you will need a large glass bowl. Note, this will not work with opaque bowls. A mirror larger than the bowl. 3 candles, 2 of which must be identical. Something to keep the candles from floating. And of course, something to light them. Lastly, a hammer is recommended to smash the bowl if something goes wrong. But what could go wrong, other than just being able to look in the water and see these strange places? You may also reach your hand in and feel them. This comes with its share of dangers, though. Just as you can interact with things on the other side can interact with you. Be sure to have your hammer at the ready, lest you lose a couple fingers, or worse. Now then, in a completely dark room, place the mirror on a table or the floor facing up. Put the glass bowl in the center of the mirror. Put the candles into the bowl, making sure they are somehow anchored down. Then fill the bowl with water until only the top of the candles poke out. The Winter Chase expresses the importance of the candles being exactly the same height, coming out from the water equally. Make sure the room is completely dark. Now, light the candles at exactly the same time. They have to burn out at exactly the same time, otherwise the ritual won't work. They can't be blown out either. They must be extinguished by the water from the bowl. Now you may light your 3rd candle to see what's going on. If everything worked as intended, the water within the bowl should be with you, but also somewhere else simultaneously. Looking into the bowl, you may see shadowy outlines, or you may see a more distinct figure. If that is the case, be cautious, as whatever it is knows you're watching. If you reach your hand in, you could feel any number of things. The water may get inexplicably hot or cold. It could start to thrash or bubble. You might feel objects, and in some very rare cases, objects might physically manifest and can be pulled from the water. OP writes that someone they knew apparently found a Roman... I gotta look up the pronunciation. OP writes that someone they knew apparently found a Roman dodecahedron during one of these procedures. Quite peculiar if you ask me. That sounds like some Hellraiser shit. If you want to be a little more dangerous, try placing your hand in the bowl before the candles burn out. You'll be able to feel things more distinctly, and maybe make out what certain objects are. This also runs the risk of touching something harmful, or something harmful touching you. For instance, if something grabs onto your hand and won't let go, well, that's what the hammer's for. Once done, turn on the lights and dump the water down a drain. Maybe you've seen something that changes your outlook on life. Maybe you have a laundry list of questions. Or maybe something followed you out, but that tapping on your mirror is probably nothing. Do you have unfinished business with someone? Are you willing to try anything to tell them how you feel? Maybe you're just looking for a less dangerous ritual to try. 12 years ago, Reddit user FableForge made a post describing the shoebox telephone. The user says they learned this game from others while in juvie. Kids would use it to contact missing parents, and supposedly most of the time it gave them comfort. Sometimes, however, it would make things a lot worse. What you'll need to make a metaphysical phone call is, as OP writes, your phone booth, a closet will do, your handset, a paper cup, though they say plastic's fine too, your telephone box, the titular shoebox, your telephone wire, just a regular string or thread, about 2 to 4 feet should be enough. You'll need a needle too, scissors to cut the line in case of emergency, and an object with a strong personal connection to the person you're trying to call. This is very important. Lastly, a single sheet of paper, pen, and a flat surface to write on. Now, wait till the end of your day, a time with no distractions, no phones, no TV, no music. Peace and quiet. Leave the lights on. Then, just wait until things feel right. OP says you'll just know. You won't feel any doubt. You believe in what you're doing. This is very important, as the letter you must write for your outgoing call has to be purely from the heart. Any disbelief or doubt may lead to contacting a wrong number. If it takes a couple nights for things to feel right, then that's okay. Or if the feeling never comes, then it might just not be the right time or person. But once you have the feeling, you may begin writing the letter. Just let it all out. Everything you've needed to say to this person. Tell them why they should call you. Don't overthink it, and don't erase or cross out any mistakes. No starting over either. Then, take the thread and attach it to the personal object. Using the needle, connect the line through the bottom of the cup, tie it off, and remove the needle. This has to be done after the letter is written. Read the letter into the cup as if the other person was really listening, mistakes and all. Now, put the object and letter inside the shoebox and leave the shoebox on the floor of your closet. Leave the lid of the box resting, not closed tightly. Place the cup on top of the shoebox and the scissors next to the box. Now go to sleep. Either this same night or within a couple days, you will dream of your person trying to call you. After this dream, you will awake in the middle of the night. Don't talk, don't turn on the lights. Go to your phone booth. If the lid of the box is open or the paper cup has fallen off the top of the box, do not proceed. Cut the line with the scissors. This means something else got your call. Don't let them return it. Otherwise, get in your booth, close the door, and put the cup to your ear. Cover your other ear with your hand. Do not speak. Even if you are asked questions through the call, do not speak. The letter was your chance to speak. Once done, fully close the shoebox lid and cut the line to the cup. OP says to keep the shoebox closed for at least a couple months afterward, but I'm not sure why. Maybe some negative energy is now contained in the shoebox? Also get rid of the cup and don't put it to your ear again. FableForge was slightly vague about what happens if something goes wrong, so I guess that's up for speculation. Anybody want to give this a try? Sounds simple enough and relatively low risk, though I really want to know what happens if you open the box or call a wrong number. Changing yourself is hard. What if I told you everything you need is already known inside you? In 2016, Redditor Swatoid, wrote a post about this process. Essentially, your penumbra is everything you are not. It's the opposite of how you are. Your penumbra knows everything about you. It's seen every thought, every memory, every action. It knows you better than you. Its only goal is for you to succeed. It would do anything to realize that goal. Even if it means the world must burn for you to gain something, it sees that as a necessary evil. So why talk to it? Because you couldn't learn from a better teacher. Everything will be tailored exactly for you, because it is you. If you're fearful or uncharismatic, it will show you how to become bold and charming, for instance. What you need to do to speak to your penumbra is first, do not sleep for at least 24 hours. Your mind should be weaker, and thoughts will be met with little resistance. You need to break down the societal conditioning, as the OP says. During this time, you cannot talk to anybody. No social interaction whatsoever. Your brain craves it, and it will begin looking for other places to find it. Now, go somewhere as quiet as possible. Spend a few minutes clearing your mind, and then imagine you're in a forest. The sun is beginning to set. You're on your way home. You come upon a shrine. Make an offering and explain why you wish to talk to your penumbra. As the sun continues to fade, you come to a bridge. Make a sign of respect before crossing. Soon, you will come to a house. By then, it is nighttime. Enter the home and wait. Take note of the house, as this is the construct of your soul. Okay. You will know when your penumbra arrives, as the shape and details of the figure will be blurry and indistinguishable. You may also smell or hear something familiar to you. Ask it what you wish, and it will answer. Take everything with a grain of salt, though, as it will show no empathy for others, caring only for you. Listen to what it has to say, and when ready, simply wake up. If learning and applying is too hard for you, you may ask your penumbra to take partial control over yourself, perhaps to handle certain aspects of your life. Be extremely cautious with your phrasing, and set strict boundaries lest it overpowers you and takes full control. For example, OP writes about a calm man who asked his penumbra to make him more assertive. He soon after killed his wife during an argument. Oh, and most importantly, don't talk to anything but your penumbra. This exercise opens your mind to many things, not all of which seek your benefit. For instance, while waiting in the house, if something enters but has a clear and defined shape, do not speak to it. While you may learn exceptional things about yourself and improve your life, you may also accidentally invite something to co-pilot your thoughts and actions. Take extreme caution. Want to try any of these? Be sure you read all the steps carefully first. We wouldn't want any unintended consequences, now would we? If you'll excuse me, I have to go. Thanks for watching.